Hey, what's up, you guys? Long time no see. Welcome to Mahogany Sweets. Y'all not gonna be happy what I'm coming to talk to you guys about, but I have to say it, right? I've been keeping quiet about this Megan. Well, no, I haven't been keeping quiet. I just haven't made a video about it. But last week I went on Twitter, or it could have been a week before last, and I spoke about why I felt Meg is lying and that I don't believe her, right? And people jumped down my throat when I gave them the reasons why I did not believe her and the things that wasn't making sense. They had nothing to say. They just called me a woman hater, black women not protecting black women. I'm defending Tory for whatever reason, when it's not a matter of me defending Tory or defending Meg. It's a matter of me looking at what's in front of me, taking that at face value, and certain things looking a little deeper and coming to my own conclusion. Isn't we all came from the school of a spade is a spade. It don't matter who the person is. It don't matter your relationship to them. It don't matter what their race is. It don't matter what the situation about. Wrong is wrong, right is right, and I'm just looking at it. So I'm gonna bring to you guys and tell you guys why I came to my conclusion. Cause I'm just looking from the beginning, like all of y'all, looking and listening to what's being put out there. And as Judge Judy say, when something doesn't make sense, that's because it's not true. Everything Meg has told us, it ain't making sense. So I'm gonna get to the first thing in what I don't believe. That Meg was shot, right? Because first it went from she wasn't shot to she was shot to it was just fragments of a bullet, shards of glass. She stepped on glass, all of that. So I'm about to just tell you why I don't even believe she was shot from get go. And I'm going to do that by first showing you this. I'm going to show you this. Because I'm just looking and putting together just what makes sense and what don't. All right. Look at this. This is a video of how the foot looks, right? You see that bones. The foot is basically all bones, tissue and tendons, arteries, veins, and thin skin basically after that, right? This is another picture of how the foot looks, right? It's basically a skeleton. And for this one, it's telling you the different parts of it, right? And then I went and I searched for a foot with the tissue 3D version inside, right? So then it's this picture right here. Do you see that? It's bones, and on top of those bones are just veins, tissue, and tendons, right? And then we have our outer skin over it. So the foot is a very fragile place. It's made up mostly of bones. You have two type of bullets. You have the type of bullet that goes straight through, right? It's a bullet where once it shoots, it's intended to go straight through. Or if it comes to a wall, something of the right resistance is going to stop there. And then you have the other type of bullet where if it is shot upon it going in, then it is to separate. But it's to separate inside once it's made contact, not before. Unless for hunting, they have a certain type of bullet for, I believe it's for shooting ducks, where it's like a pepper bullet. Once it comes out of the gun, it then begins to separate once it hits a certain range, and they call that peppering because little pellets come out of it and shoot everywhere. But that's a hunting bullet, and it is designed for only shotguns basically. You can't get that in a regular firearm. You either going to get the bullet that goes straight through or stops once it meets the strong level of resistance, or you're going to get the type of bullet through a firearm self-defense weapon where once it enters, then it separates. So I want to read you this. It says, problems of treatment of battle injuries of the ankle, joint, or foot. These injuries are characterized with severe disturbances of regional circulation and microcirculation, causing hypoxia and metabolic disorders both in soft tissues and in bones, right? That bullet, if you shot in the foot, that bullet is going through tissues and possibly veins, because the smallest bullet you like gonna find. Actually, I got a bullet. I have a gun. I'll show you that in a minute. So that bullet most likely ain't gonna dodge a vein. It's definitely gonna hit tissue, and it can go into the bone, right? So it said that it causes this severe disturbance of circulation and microcirculation. This girl was a week later twerking. Person shot in the foot, twerking. No, that don't make sense. Digital subtraction angiography was used in patients. Let me see. Injuries of the foot and ankle joint. Combined treatment including surgery, drugs, physical and exercise therapy, right? When did y'all hear about her going through some physical therapy? Hyperbaric oxygenation, I might not even pronounce that right, was used for the patient's prolonged intra-arterial infusion of drugs was carried out in patients. It is concluded that early evaluation of regional circulation permits to clarify expenditure of applied combined treatment. Injury of three arteries is the indication for amputation, but even one functioning artery enables use of combined therapies, and that they can try to salvage it, right? It says right there, extremity salvage. So that was one thing that I read about it. This is letting you know that a foot wound such as a shot is not something where you're going to be twerking a week later on it, okay? So here's another one. How long it would take to heal. Okay, it says, this is from a doctor, right? I say the time to heal depends primarily on where in the foot the person is shot. There are a lot of bones in the foot, 26 in fact, with all of the attending muscles and tendons. Okay, so if her muscles and tendons and all these bones, some tiny, some bigger, y'all just seen the picture of it. Were any of them hit? If they were, she would not be able to twerk a week later. But anyway, it says, in fact, tendons. Plus, the foot supports a lot of weight. So even if she had a minor injury, she would not be able to twerk in a week. She would not be walking. Just imagine how bad your foot hurt and how hard it is to walk when you got an ingrown nail on your pinky toe or something like that. Or if you get a pedicure and they make a mistake and cut in there. That by itself be having you not wanting to walk, although you can. But so you just tell me if you get shot, how that's going to work. But anyway, and you're trying to support all this weight. You got to support your whole body on your feet. So I'm doing that, supporting all this weight on an injured foot that I ain't got physical therapy for as of yet. I would think would still be on pain meds if you went took a bullet to it. And then she claims she got shot in both feet, not just one. You can't do it with one foot, let alone if you got shot in both feet. But anyway, it says, I guess that recovery might be as short as 6 weeks, but it will be longer for repair or replacement of injured bone, tendons, arteries, if required. This doctor saying that at the minimum, it will be 6 weeks in order for that to heal, right? And then I went further to do the legwork for you guys. When I first seen Meg's foot, I was like, oh, that looks like shards of glass. We've all have seen how it would look if someone kicked out a window with their bare feet, all right? Kicked out a glass window with their bare feet. Or a person drunk and partying and they get upset, it's an argument, glass is bound to be thrown and broken. So that would make sense then if it was walked through. That's more so what it reminds me of. But I was thinking more so either kicked out a window or something like that, or after you breaking glass and fighting riffraff, someone trying to pull you and they're pulling you through the glass that you've broken or glass that has been broken. That's what, you know how you got people be acting wild when they own one. So that's what it looked like to me. Then I went to say, okay, this is how her foot looked. That looked like glass, like it was cut through glass, like you took it through a window or something. or someone had to drag you through broken glass, because she is a stallion, okay? So if Tory or Kelsey was the ones trying to pull her through, they couldn't necessarily just pick her up that easy, especially if she resisted. They would have to try and drag her, so she could have got her feet dragged through the glass. So then I went to go look. Let's compare her injuries to other gunshot wounds, right? That's a gunshot wound to the exact location of her injuries, the heel of the foot. And as you see, that's a hole. Because and if they had a hollow tip, well, had the type that releases fragments, it would be that damage is done to, that is designed for that damage to be done on the inside, not the outside. So her injuries don't line up with a gunshot wound. Look at that. That's another person got shot in the foot. I hope you guys aren't too sensitive to see that. This is in the exact same area where a person was shot in the foot. And as you see a hole in dry glass around it. Then I just went and said, oh, let me just do this one. You see that? These are all foot injuries of a gunshot. And then, and as you see, those are holes. I took some more. For you. Holes. And then I was glad that it had this particular picture in there, because this is showing you, because it has nothing to do. Feel the top of your feet. That's thin layer of skin. Yes, a bullet is going through that thin layer of skin. It is going to hit a bone. It has no choice but to hit a bone. Nope. So that's just showing you how the injury would look if the bullet came into the foot and hit the bone. This isn't showing an image of it going straight through, but it's because, I guess, depending on what type of gun you have and the power behind it, let's say you have a 22, that's not necessarily going to go straight through the bone unless you use at very close range. But so the bone will be strong enough to stop it, but it will still do damage. It will show an imprint of it, right? So that's more gunshot wounds. I'm not gonna. Oh, here go another one that's showing you how it will look on the inside to the bones. Imagine the size of a bullet, and you think that a bullet gonna go through your entire foot. There's nothing but bones, tissue, and tendons, arteries, and it's not going to have damage enough to where you can't walk on it and twerk a week later. So then I took, I put in, and just so y'all can see it, because I want y'all to read it, I wanted to compare it to shards of glass. And down here, as you see, stepped in glass, right? That's what it says. This is what this picture is of. Now look at this picture. That looks more closely in the exact same area as Meg's. This looks more closely to how Meg's foot looked. And this is a glass injury, not a gunshot injury. So that was the first thing I was doing. Like, okay, I'm using common sense. Common sense off rip told me, you're not shot, that's glass. And the fact that they cannot find mysteriously these bullet fragments also lets you know that it was glass and not a gunshot. And right, I'm about to show you this bullet. If you ever seen a gun be shot before, you would know that the shell of the bullet comes out whole. That part does not even break into fragments. When you pick up a shell of a bullet, hold on, let me grab one. Oh, actually, my gun is right here. Okay. Let me show you the bullet. Let me empty the clip. So let me show you the bullet. This is how a bullet look. Now, go back to them pictures and tell me if you think that this is too small to end up hitting one artery or hitting at least one bone. This is big enough, and the bullets don't come that small in most cases. This is going to hit something in that foot. It's bound to. It's nothing but arteries, tissue, and bones. So that told me, like, that's not making sense to me. So I already felt that she was not shot. Then I looked at this situation. The next day, very next day, Kylie, who house they was at partying, right? Kylie posted a picture It looked like she was on a beach or something, barefoot. A picture of the back of her foot, talking about it's a beautiful day. Why is Kylie throwing shade? Y'all were just hanging, just cool, just having fun. And now Kylie's throwing shade at you, talking about your foot, right? No, I don't think Kylie did it. But that also made me believe you acted up at Kylie's house. It's rumored throughout the industry and even on the streets that Kylie had to pit her out because she was drunk as hell and they got into it. And I'm gonna tell you what I think they got into it about in a minute. But so Kylie had to pit you out her party. You started acting a fool there at Kylie's house, which is why you were put out. Talking about I wanted to go. So she claimed that the whole argument was inside the car and it was because she was ready to go. First off, y'all were blocks away from even where y'all was at. So how are you arguing about wanting to go when you already ain't at the place that you supposedly don't want to go from? But furthermore, you were kicked out of the place that you so-called wanted to leave from. So there's contradictions in all of her stories. Then she said, okay, I was shot by him. See, that's the other place where Meg messed up. You have recorded these statements. There's evidence of these statements, whether through tweet, whether through your testimony, whether through you doing your lives and videos. And you ain't keeping up with them. You lying your ass off constantly. And you're not even a good liar. Why lie your ass off when you ain't a good liar? So she has made lives, tweets, and all this, all contradicting each other. It's one story this minute, then it's another this minute. Because see, that's the problem when you lying and when you lying off the fly, right? Because you lying off the fly, and then later when another question get asked or something else got to be explained, now you got to try and find another lie to make the first lie make sense. And that's what we've been seeing her do. You was coming up with these lies off the fly. They didn't make sense, so you came up with other lies. Your team, people got in your ear, told you, okay, we'll spin and run it this way. So now you telling another version, a different lie, a so-called new detail, or taking out an old detail that you and so-called put in. None of it's adding up and making sense. You exposing yourself, revealing to be the liar. Then, not only did Kylie immediately throw shade because you acted up her house, Kelsey, your best friend, turned around and is no longer messing with you. Why? Immediately after this situation, Kelsey was done with you. Kelsey was even angry with you. So if you're a victim and you just got shot and I'm your best friend, no, I'm by your side and I'm pissed for you. I'm not pissed at you. You get what I'm saying? So I looked at that and they said through evidence, Kelsey had gun residue on her. Tory Lanez didn't. And this chick mad at you. So Meg says originally I was shot. I don't know who shot me, right? Well, first she told the cops, oh, I didn't tell them that I had been shot because go back to that lie. She said we was already in trouble. I ain't want us to get in more trouble, right? See, talking. It had me thinking the minute I heard that. I said y'all was already in trouble. You ain't want to get in more trouble. Well, what did you do to be in trouble? What were you doing? Got drunk at Kylie's house acting a fool. Exposed a situation that your best friend wasn't privy to. And now you in trouble with her as well. Right? And then now, since I had these two issues where I have messed up, could damage my career and image, now my label, my team, my manager, they gonna be pissed at me. So on all ends, I done pissed some people off and I feel I'm in trouble, right? But so y'all gotta look at that too, because people want to know what would be Meg's purpose of lying. I just gave you 3 right there. Okay, so then the other thing, so she said I didn't want us to get in more trouble. A person just assaulted me. I don't care who they are. And the police come. I'm not worried about me getting in trouble. I am going to remove myself from danger. But it was said that after that, she was back in the vehicle with Tory. Damn, I ain't got enough space. I might have to do a part 2 on this, y'all. Okay, so you back in a car with the guy who just supposedly shot you. Then she came with this, basically as if I was trying to protect a black man, right? And at the same time, we had the gravy train running of protect and believe black women. So she rode on both of those. She went into Cardi ain't the only one using sympathy and payola. She rode into the to hide why I lied. I'm gonna say, oh, I was just trying to protect black men, right? People will be like, oh, right, because the cops be trying to come to the other. Okay, and then on the other end, I'm about to throw this black man under the fucking bus. And now people gonna support me and rally with me if she's a victim. Protect black women at all costs. We are the least protected. Now, do not get me wrong. I'm not trying to mock these things because they're very much so are true. Black men need to be protected. Black women need to be protected. Black men need to be protected from white men, basically, this racist system. And black women need to be protected pretty much by from every fucking body. But even ourselves, let's get real. Even ourselves. And y'all looking at it as anyone who, or such as myself, who is calling these things out just the way I see them, as I'm not protecting the black woman. No, what's wrong is wrong, what's right is right, what is just what is. The truth is just the truth. It don't matter if you don't like it, it don't matter if you don't want to accept it, it don't matter if you don't think it is. The truth is the truth. It don't need no witness. It's its own witness. It's going to be the truth for then, now, and forever. So that's just where I'm at with it. I feel, no, you do not use these hot button issues to further your own agenda and save your own ass. And her track record has shown she has done nothing but try and save her own ass. She do something, then fuck it up, and then try to save her own ass and skate on out through. Because I personally feel what the Carl Crawford thing is, no, you were signed to him. He did help you and get you to where you are. And then you seen Jay-Z and Rock Nation and you said, oh, I want a bigger, better deal. Fuck him. That's what happened. And then I'm going to play the victim so people aren't mad at me even though you're the one who was in the wrong. And in this situation, it's the same thing. Now let's get into it. So she claimed all these things. She said, because she even said she didn't have sex with him, right? She just did the interview with Gail. I didn't have sex with him. Clear and blatant lie. And that's what I'm saying about, like, if you're going to lie, be a good liar. Why wasn't her team helping her be a good liar? Girl, get in front of the mirror and you practice out these lies and these stories and be good at it. The person asked her, Gail asked her, did you have a sexual relationship with him? She played dumb for a moment and then she paused and then said, no, we never have a sexual relationship. Come on, woman to woman, let's be real. A person asked me if I had sex with a person whom I ain't never had sex with, and not only that, that person is lying on their dick because I ain't never had sex with them. I'm not pausing. This ain't nothing I'm confused about. This ain't nothing I gotta try and recall and remember. Oh, well, it's claimed that she is an alcoholic, right? Maybe she do have, well, of course she had blackout, but maybe she did think about, like, hold on, did I fuck? But that would be if she only fucked them once, right? No, y'all had a sexual relationship. Y'all was all up on live during the pandemic, showing chemistry up the wazoo, lust up the wazoo. Y'all were kicking and y'all were together. You know you've had sex with that man. But anyway, like I said, it's a person I ain't had sex with. That wouldn't have been nothing about. No, I ain't never had sex with them. No, we ain't never had no sexual relationship. Especially if, like I said, this person that I'm being asked if I slept with is lying on their dick because they're telling people that they slept with me. I'd be like, no, we ain't never have sex. That's a lie. No, this chick, no, we didn't have a sex with bullshit. And like, even if you tell them a lie, make it believable, make it convincing. Girl, say it with some conviction. That shouldn't have been a thought if you already knew you was gonna lie. Say no, or maybe she had to think on the spur. But she screwed herself on that because I'm one that's a lie, and I'm sure that can be easily proven that she's lying. Just like a lot of these other lies she's telling can be easily proven that that's a lie. So she used the media, Rock Nation, backing her to they're trying to use public opinion, the court of public opinion, to crucify him, to say that he's guilty. This is what I got a problem with. People came attacking me. How you gonna believe him? First off, I said, who said I believe him? I don't believe her. Her story just don't make sense. I don't, what she's saying don't add up, right? That don't mean I believe him, because I personally feel both of them could be lying. Truth is in the middle. But from Tory's account, that makes a lot more sense. So even if he is adding some lies, he's still closer to the truth than what she is, right? Let's get further into it. Kelsey, from what it said and what Tory is saying this, and his songs, if you go listen to his Playboy album, dope album, I love it. But he goes through and gives some accounts of what was going on. She was having sex with him behind Kelsey's back because Kelsey was messing with him. And I'm going to tell you why she would want to lie about this, right? She's supposed to be the hot girl summer, the girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? Her image is that. The likable girl that you want to hang out with, be friends with. She's cool. How would y'all fans feel if it came out and y'all found out that she's having sex with her best friend man? That destroys half her fan base right there. That destroys half her image right there. Like, oh, you one of those, you messy. I couldn't trust you around my man. You get down like that. So that's her other reason why she wanted to lie about that. Now, Kelsey had the residue. Kelsey was the one who was sleeping with him. I believe what happened is she went to that party. It was Kelsey, her, Kylie, and Tory. Tory being a guy was, from what I heard and what it looked like, Kylie feeling him, he feeling her, drinks up in the air, lust up in the air, could have been some other stuff up in the air, okay? Them two flirting. Old girl, Meg, she's drunk. She done forgot that this your man is secret in a closet. This ain't really your man. You supposed to be playing like we are just cool in front of Kelsey. She done got Kelsey even there because her jealousy and her rage of feeling like, dude, you really gonna disrespect me flirting with this chick in front of me? And she went off. She acted a fool on probably Tory and Kylie. Broke glass. That was explain why Kylie was mad. Like, oh, chick, you don't come up in here disrespecting me. Control your man. Because we all know Kylie the same is just like her. She messes behind her friends, men, right? She's willing to do that just like Meg is. So Meg's jealousy caused her to snap. They all got dragged out of here. And Kelsey pinned two together like, girl, you more mad about him flirting with her than what I am. Oh, what? You saying this? Oh, you won't let it slip that you actually sleeping with him? Y'all together? Her and Kelsey now in the ones in the car scrapping. Kelsey got questions and Kelsey want to throw paws. All right, them two arguing. Them two get into it. Meg, drunk ass, doing whatever. Kelsey probably was wearing her out in that car. She probably was kicking. I believe that if it didn't happen with the first example I gave about the glass at Kylie's house and getting drugged through, then it happened in the car and that she was kicking out the window to get out of the car, right? Because her part about I just wanted to leave. Where did she want to leave? It wasn't leaving Kylie's house. She got kicked out of there. She wanted to get out that car because Kelsey was beating her ass. She wanted to just leave. Like, I'm pissed off at Tory because I know you fucking Kelsey though, but you really want me, but we in secret because we don't want to hurt her, right? But oh no, Kylie, I look at Kylie as you cheating on me. So I'm pissed off at you. Kelsey, my best friend, done found out. I'm ashamed. I don't want to have to look her in the face because I'm a dirty chick. Oh, and she wear me out, I'm kicking out the window. I just want to get the heck about this situation. That's how I looked at that. And then they say Kelsey had the gun residue. Kelsey the one put that gun, I believe, and was popping at her. Now, let me explain to you why I believe it's being pinned on Tory. Tory came out and said he having problems with the record label. Right? If y'all don't know nothing about the Illuminati, matter of fact, go look at his video called Praise to the Most High. He explains it all in there. He had just got his master backs. He was done with them. He was on a rise, being a rising star, right? Oh, his Daystar album is dope too. He on a rise. He's about to make bread. The industry, we can't actually take the majority of the bread or make bread off you with you. We're going to try and destroy you, right? So Meg, I need to save my own image of what happened. I did Kelsey dirty. Yeah, Kelsey was shooting at me, possibly. You know, they did say that they heard shots. Kelsey was trying to shoot at me because she pissed. I betrayed my best friend. I kind of understand her rage, even though, wow, you going to shoot at me. But I think what happened is why she came out talking about she was offered $1 million to be quiet. No, that's actually what they offered Kelsey. And I believe Kelsey took it. And I'm going to tell you why. I think Kelsey looked at it, okay, Meg that came to me and said, please keep quiet. Oh, because, right, Kelsey came out with a diss record about her anyway. Kelsey done put it out there that she was messing behind. Kelsey got a whole laugh. I don't know if y'all can still find it, but on laugh, Kelsey was saying, like, you get dudes, but you want to come and mess behind me, messing with my man or whatever. Kelsey had already put out there and confirmed Tory's point of view. Thank you. And what was I about to say? Oh, so Kelsey done shot at her. Meg could possibly ruin her image. And a lot could go wrong with the fact that she was sleeping with her best friend's man behind her back. And I just acted up at old girl crib, at Kylie crib, right? Which they got pulled in the industry. Tory, the labels are after him. The label came blaming on Tory. Meg, okay, right. Everything gonna blow up now. I feel disrespecting like you was cheating on me for Kylie. I don't want you no more. I want to save my own ass because she's the type of person I'm going to save my own ass. I create a mess and then save my own ass and play victim and innocent. I want sympathy and payola. So she like, cool, great. I put it on Tory. I'm going to pay Kelsey to keep quiet and not expose what happened so I can protect my image. And Kelsey would agree because I don't want to get the charge for shooting at your ass. For them two, it's a win-win. Kelsey said, okay, yeah, chick, I'm done with you. He was cheating on me. I'm done with him. So, you know what? I really don't even care that y'all trying to set him up. Yep, it should go on him because he the one who did this to me and put me in this place. And Meg feels the same way. If it wasn't for you flirting with Kylie, this wouldn't have happened. And Kelsey, if it wasn't Meg for you sleeping with him, I wouldn't have shot at you. And Tory, if it wasn't for you sleeping with her behind my back and trying to mess with Kylie on the low, I wouldn't be in this situation, right? So I believe that that's what happened. And then you had Tory who said they came to him and told him shut up, not to say nothing, that they'd take care of it. So he said he honored that. And then that's when Rock Nation and Meg came with the train throwing him under the freaking bus. Because remember, at first it went to, I don't know who was shooting. I don't know who shot me, right? To Tory did it. Kelsey. So called your best friend, y'all cool, she didn't cut you off. But if let's say she didn't cut you off and it wasn't this situation, which Meg tried to come out, we ain't mad to fall out over no guy. What y'all fall out about then, sweetie? All this crap popped off the same night and they two stories aligned until Kelsey was paid by you to keep quiet and not have to face a gun charge, a shooting charge. So why Kelsey ain't been to come? Why Kelsey wouldn't have been out there? He shot my best friend. He shot my boo. Fuck the dude. He a garbage guy. Yeah, I'm taking a witness stand. I'm the first on the stand. I was right there. This my girl. This my bestie. Screw this dude. No, Kelsey wasn't doing that because you screwed my man. Then they had a text. They come out with this text. Don't make sense. It's lies. It's lies. Every time things is getting good with Tory, she comes, or Tory say something, she comes in, her and Rock Nation try and come and stump on it and play sympathy and payola or whatever. So she come out with this picture though, this text that supposedly Kelsey sent to her bodyguard. Help, Meg got shot. That don't even make sense for a few reasons. And it's clearly a Photoshop lie. For number one, the time on it. The time was way hours after this had taken place, after she had gotten shot. Really, she said then says she sent it to the bodyguard. What the bodyguard gonna do? If this girl is already, it ain't like you call like, hey, we at this club, some people watching us, some stuff like pop down on, come help us. No, it wasn't that. This was already after the fact. And you send this hours later to the bodyguard? No, the first person I'm contacting is the police. Come help us, come save us. If this truly happened through Meg's account, and Meg herself, the police came to y'all. You didn't even have to call them. And you don't tell them that a person just shot you, right? All of it's bullshit and lies. Oh, crap, let me hurry up before I forget my other points I wanted to make. Crap, and I think that I lost them. But pretty much that's just a gist. If I remember the other stuff I wanted to say to y'all about this case and why none of them... Oh, here it is. I remember. And yeah, okay, I got 3 minutes. Okay. This is how I knew it was book crap. Only charge Tory had was a gun charge, a weapons charge. If he just shot someone, he would have more than that. What happened to domestic violence? What happened to assault with a deadly weapon or with a firearm? What happened to just shot someone, he would have charges up the wazoo and certain type of charges if this was actually true and he actually shot her, and he has none of those. The illegal use of a firearm, use a firearm with ill intent, shooting in a residential neighborhood, that's actually a charge. To open fire in the open in a public place, and it ain't self-defense or something like that. So it's charges. Why Tory didn't get an attempted murder charge? And he would be a flight risk. If Tory shot her and the courts, police had evidence to believe this and prove this, he would be a flight risk. He wouldn't have had no bond, and he would have had charges of attempted murder, assault with a firearm, domestic violence. Like, all, why aren't y'all asking yourself why he don't have these charges? Why aren't y'all asking yourself that? And then she coming with a doc. All this stuff she doing is to try to save her image. It's called what do you call it when a person trying to correct she's trying to do damage control. She's trying to do damage control. She's going to be found out to be the liar that she is. If you look at her track record of how she's falling out with different people, how she has used people and moved on, has a history of just trying to save her own ass, creating the bullshit and save her own ass, then y'all will be able to see through all this. And the industry is powerful enough to pay off judges, pay off police, to find fake evidence and lose evidence. They never had certain evidence, that they never had bullet fragments because it was shards of glass that cut her foot. That's why she was twerking a week later. That's why she was walking. That's why she needed no physical therapy. And then she lied on herself. You come out with the song Plan B. All of that is shots to Tory. Think about what she said in that song. It was about fucking him and not being good and stuff like that. But then you get right there on Gayle and say, we never had sex. She's lying. Everything she's saying is lies. Tory's story makes more sense, so it's true. Or closer to the truth. Kelsey confirmed his version of the story. She even made a diss track to her until she was paid to shut up, be quiet. Hey, we won't charge you with this gun charge for actually being the one to try and shoot her, even though it ain't a gunshot and she wasn't shot, but she did shoot at her. You won't get discharged. But that's it. Y'all give me your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.